And we are finally live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the slightly delayed start of the Calalas Cup Finals, Day 1. Apologies, there were some severe technical problems. But we are now up and running. We'll talk more about what's actually happening today later. Right now, let's just join the action. We are in a 3-day bracket phase for this event. Both 15,000 euros and points towards Clash Royale League on the line today. We are on both vertical and horizontal streams today, so if you're watching our regular stream that's in landscape mode, check out the pinned comment. You can go ahead and jump in onto the vertical one if you prefer that. Of course, if you're watching the vertical one and you want to see with the face cams, deck view, and all that stuff, go ahead and click that link as well. I'll throw both those in the chat, in their respective chats right now. And we are joining our opening match, currently in progress, between Ali and Tom. Our second match on the day is going to be Samuel Bassotto versus 40K Ban, aka Bassotto. We'll be seeing all 16 competitors today, folks. Faust and Adriel after that, Dominic and Tourist, then Kirk and Lucas, then Lord Seb versus Mohamed Light, Akaza and EGW, and then the last match, not the last match of the day, but the last match of our opening round, Ian and Riley.
Future King over here. What up? Future King over here. Protect the air.
And just adjusting a couple of things. I was spending a lot of time trying to get the actual stream to be live in the first place, folks. So, getting things tuned in. And Jeremiah coming in hot with an "It's time." Oh, I need to adjust where the chat goes today. Let's throw Jeremiah up there one time as I do some adjustments. Let's do it over here. I think that's better.
Excuse me, don't you know who I
am? 16 seconds left, and you see Ali just trying to do anything he can here at the bridge. But not going to be able to break through. Pig's trying to do it. The Evo Zap is nice, but the Fireball going to shut that down. GG, well played. Ta takes game 1. And those of you watching on vertical, some of this isn't perfectly calibrated for the vertical side. You gotta do your best here with this. Today we are in the day one of our Calalas Cup Finals 16-player double elimination bracket. 15,000 euros in, as I said before, points for CRL World Finals. All at stake for these next 3 days. Jeremiah heading out to Formula One in Miami. Very cool. Hi, everybody. How are you? Sorry for the slight delay. Had to do some troubleshooting after a stream the other day, and apparently that created a cascading problem of effects that took me a little extra time to solve. Unexpected ones. But here we are and ready for today's super fun event. And as soon as they give me, let me go ahead and actually double check where that is. 1 second. Want to keep an eye out for the bracket, which they do have. Okay, here we go. Bracket time. As you can see, Tom moving on. He'll face the winner of Samuel Bassotto and 40K Ban. Sorry, the bracket is not as easy to read for those of you on the vertical side. I'll see if I can mess with that a little bit. But either way, there you go. This is a double elimination bracket, folks, so this is only showing the winner's bracket. The side where all the big stuff happens. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to do... There we go. That's what I need. There we go. Coming up next, Samuel Bassotto and 40K Ban, a.k.a. Bassotto. Let's go ahead and jump into the action now. And 40K Ban, a.k.a. Bassotto, the Argentinian's been around for quite a while, playing team competitions with a good mix of success all the way going back to 2020 when he kind of jumped out into the competitive scene. Did get a win that year with Argentina in the World Royale League. Had a decent amount of success in the semi-pro scene overall. But here up against a different caliber of opponent. And that depends, obviously, on how dialed Sam is in.
Excuse me. I am for the fam. Swippy, swippy.
And Giant getting in deep. Phoenix trying to see if it can get a beeline to that tower. Might get some death damage on. And now it's Bassotto's turn to reply. And this is, it's interesting, the rise of Giant as of late. And this just feels... Doesn't this feel like introductory Clash Royale in some ways? Don't you look at this and feel like there should be a little hand showing you how to put troops behind your Giant? So far, nothing really complex happening between these two. Hey, get a big tank in front, throw some stuff behind it. And I hear the question, can anyone tell me what's going on here? This is part of Clash Royale Esports. This is, I need to change the sizing here. Let me go ahead and fix that one more time. This is the Calalas Cup, part of the general Clash Royale esports world. More specifically, this is the community event portion. And I see people asking on different streams, folks, if you're watching in a portrait mode, there's a vertical link. And if you're watching, I see Q-Tip on the vertical stream, there is also a horizontal one. So check the pinned comment on either one. I'll also throw the comments in the chat, throw the links in the chat. You can watch in whatever format you want. If you want to watch in vertical, you can watch in vertical and see just the gameplay. If you want to watch horizontal and see all the face cams and overlay stuff, that's available too. So go ahead, take a look at the pinned comment, see what I threw in the chat, and go ahead and choose the version of this that is your favorite. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Keshav Argowal saying, should all groups on the same side because of like in the CRL, and like the CRL upper bracket looks like the current layout because it's double elimination. So folks, this is, they don't show the lower bracket here in our current bracket view because we are just for now in the upper bracket phase. We'll be doing some of the lower bracket later today in our final 4 matches of the day. We have 16 players in a double elimination bracket, very similar to our format that we've had the last 3 years in CRL World Finals. So we will have these first 8 matches today. Half of our players will move on in the upper bracket, as you will see. Half of them will fall down into the lower bracket, where they will be facing elimination. We will get to that lower bracket, the first 4 rounds of that lower bracket. We'll eliminate 4 players today in that second portion. This event, there are 8 golden tickets this year. 5 of them will come from winning CRL monthly finals. 1 of them will come from points gained over the course of the CRL season. 1 of them will go to a player from the Chinese region. And then the final golden ticket, this is part of that. Over the course of the year, there will be many community events like the Calalas Cup, like GKR, events produced not by Clash Royale specifically, but by other groups. And throughout the course of that year, of this year, you can win points by performance in those events. So there will be 1 community event ticket awarded to the player who accumulates the most points in these non-CRL events. And the Tesla covers the cheeky NATO play there by Ban. Ian and Riley are playing later today. You will see the Ian and Riley matchup today. I will go over the schedule between matches. Interesting little choice there, as this time the Ghost is all over NATO. And again, you keep seeing Ban go for the NATO drill play, but Samuel Bassotto easily able to cover. Penja asking how are people spectating in game because they have them on their friends link. But Penja, if you want to see just the gameplay and not the whole overlay, here is the link to watch it in vertical. Final minute, triple elixir on its way. And Samuel with a slight lead, going to add to that as the Ice Golem tanks for the Miner to get quite a good amount of damage, plus poison value. NATO has not been an effective tool, but pulling that queen to the opposite lane, and now the Ghost able to easily handle against the drill. Log to clear, NATO back in cycle. That Firecracker almost gets a second touch on there. That would have been devastating either way. Good damage in, 2054, 1938. This is quite tight. Samuel needs to give himself a little bit of a cushion. Dagger Duchess, though, full daggers, can't really send Minor for any value right now. Tries to get Ice Golem across, both to cover and maybe do some tankage. One stab from a Goblin, but no big spell for Ban. The Firecracker gets distracted by the Ice Golem. Samuel Bassotto holds on for a very nice win. GG, well played. Game number 3 coming your way here. And thank you, Brian, for the kind words here. I still need to keep on moving that chat around a little bit more. Boom. How's my favorite caster doing? Doing okay. We had to start a little bit late because of some technical issues, but we're live finally, live on both formats. I will show the bracket when the bracket is available. Sam is too good for this guy, says Ahmed Hassan. Maybe. Here we go. Let's find out. Yasin asked if someone loses, are they eliminated or not? Not yet, although we will eliminate 4 players today. This is a double elimination bracket. You get 2 chances. You lose twice and you're out. What time is Ian and Riley taking place? In a little while. Lost Piece, did I miss something before 40K Ban and Sam? We caught the end of Ta versus Ali. That match, we started the stream a bit late due to some technical challenges. Jessica saying, wasted elixir, boring. Well, sometimes you don't want to be the first person to move. You're waiting to see what your opponent does. In the older days of competitive Clash Royale, we would often see players wait all the way until double elixir. Good coverage on the Inferno Dragon by Samuel. And now let's see if he's going to be ready to make a counter push of some sort. Gonna have to go ahead and let his Inferno Dragon peter out. An interesting little pressure play there, just to force out some of the ground coverage. Samuel going with both the Evo Barbs and the Guards. And he will get pretty much nothing. Oh, never mind. Evo Zap in there. But a nice Tesla high from Ban. And so far, keeping it very close. Samuel, though, going to have a slight elixir advantage as we go into double, and he chooses to spend that advantage with Lava down. That's a lot on the board right now. Ban does have his Fireball. He might need it. He's low on Elixir. He should be just about there. No, he goes Inferno Dragon to block. He's going to take a Loon Shot, though. Take 2, take 3. GG, well played. Lava Graveyard? People are asking, why is Tesla in here? And I was wondering the same thing. And here we go. It was Lava GY. What in the world? Samuel Bassotto avoiding what would have been a maybe ridiculous and or embarrassing loss if he had lost to Lava Graveyard? What would you possibly do with Lava Graveyard? If you're going to pull out Lava GY, you cannot lose. Yeah, when's Mohamed Light play? Mohamed Light will play a little bit later today. Who's your favorite player to win this tournament? No idea, but Mohamed Light's usually the favorite. He'll be playing later today. Upcoming matches. Next up will be Faust versus Adriel, followed by Dominic versus Tourist, then Furk and Lucas, Lord Seb, Mo Light, Akaza versus EGW, and then Riley Ian. After that, we will get into the first 4 lower bracket matches for some eliminations. Here we go, taking a look at the bracket itself. And I guess they haven't updated it with Samwell, who should be moving on here. So they might update that in a minute. Samwell moving on to face Tom the second round. Ali and 40K Ban both dropping to the lower bracket. We will see the lower bracket, I believe, later when they get that assembled and ready to go. And, oh, they were just going to show Sam's little victory banner. Who is Mo playing against? Mohamed Light playing against Lord Seb. Lava GY is insane. How many times have you seen Lava GY, like, on accident? I want to be on... no, I'm not putting that. Who do you think is winning? Well, I think we just saw it. Has Ian O'Reilly played yet? No, we have not. Where is Mo Light? I'm assuming he's in Egypt. How is your day going, Caster? I have a name. It's literally written on screen. I'm not just a caster bot. I'm a person, man. I ran Lava GY back in 2016. That's where it belongs. How much the prize is? Great question. There's 15,000 euros on the line for this event, plus points towards CRL from the community events. One of our 8 tickets to CRL World Finals comes from the points you can accumulate over multiple community events, including this one here. What's your main deck, Rich? Mega Draft. Why did they modify the bracket? I have no idea about the bracket. I'm not paying. I just see the bracket here now. I have not been paying attention to whatever modifications or things have or haven't happened. Thoughts on the... Did they announce it? A new card? Oh, hold on. Here we go. Bracket look one more time. You still haven't told us. How's your day, Rich? Today's actually going to be really fun. I am doing this morning. I'll be here doing Clash Royale this morning. And then later today, I'm really excited. I'm making my debut commentating for a new sport. I'm joining the broadcast team for the Austin Sol, S-O-L, which is Austin's professional ultimate Frisbee team. So I'll be making my commentary debut as part of this new adventure later today. What if Mo wins the points and ticket? Then they'll go to the next person. Whichever one he wins first is the one that's his. So the ones that come after that go to somebody else. They should update the overlay here in a minute for those of you watching on... There you go. Wilson G saying it's so rainy out here in Texas. Is it raining today? I know it was raining a couple days ago. I'm hoping that the weather holds nicely today. Ooh, 45% chance of showers today at 8 p.m. Hopefully it holds. Share the link to your commentating tonight, Rich. It's behind a paywall. It's on their subscription service. But when the highlight package comes out, I'll definitely share that. Rich, you got the new casting job. Would you leave us? I don't see any. There's not really any conflict. In fact, later this in June, I'll be doing a CRL in the morning and then the one of these events at night. Faust's going to set up, try to abuse the 3-card cycle if he can. He does get around a little faster here, not knowing exactly what Adriel's got for the 8th. Ice Golem does make it a little bit quicker, but Do I think I'll get something Clash related? Say something Clash related if the disc golf, well, it's not disc golf, it's ultimate frisbee, another flying disc sport. You guys know I love all frisbee related sports, and I don't think I'll say anything Clash related, but maybe maybe I'll sneak it in there for fun. Graveyard in, poison covers, Tesla plus. A little shot there from the opposite Dagger Duchess. Thoughts on the Duchess nerf? Good. Although, I've said before, I do think that an interesting concept would be to create a different tower troop as the only one allowed in... Oh boy, Phoenix all over the tower. And Faust in a lot of trouble here. Mitchell Hutchings asking, what's with the glasses? I guess you're new here, Mitchell. Everyone knows that I cast outdoors in bright sunlight. And here goes a graveyard push from Adriel. Plus, he does have a slight little bit of pressure on the right-hand side. Nothing that's going to be too devastating, but does force Faust to expend a little bit, and he's going to try to turn this into a drill firecracker push, but that drill gets, that firecracker gets absolutely decimated by some daggers. Mustafa said, you're about to say anything about tower troops. Absolutely. Let's go ahead. You know what? Remind me when when this game is over, and I'll go back to my tower troop thought. Right now, let's dial in on the action as Adriel, with 1:12 left, is way in the lead. And, oh boy, what a wasted monk ability. And running into Dark Prince when you have Drill. And, you know, underrated Tesla versus Drill. Underrated as a coverage option. GY doing its dirty work. Drill in opposite direction. And Faust with 30 seconds left. There's no coming back from this. He can't do anything about the Phoenix. Can't do anything about these graveyards, really. He's doing his best. But once that Dagger Duchess gets low, it's just almost, even with the poison, see this, boom, guaranteed shots. GG, well played. Yes, there is a lower bracket. We'll be seeing that later today, the first round of it. So first round, well, those are not the decks they were using. I guess the decks might take a moment to update. Those of you on vertical don't see the deck overlay here. I think they'll get those fixed up here in just a minute. Apple or orange juice? Probably orange. Just for the health properties. Why you not stream on Twitch? I don't feel like it anymore. Too many locations. I'm streaming both in vertical and horizontal here on YouTube. Maybe I'll add Twitch back someday. Who's against Pedro? Pedro's not in this tournament. I think Adriel got a... Oh, let's see. I still think Adriel got a matchup, though. Yep. How did I get into casting? Long story boring. I've been in the entertainment business for quite a long time. And I was a mixed martial arts commentator. And then I got this job. Richie, you applied for a casting job for games bigger than CR. I mean, I've done one-off stuff. I've done some smaller events, but no, I have not applied for other games, really. Not to be like a main caster for other games. What does ranked mean, and what is the highest? Good question, Night Fury. Ranked is the Path of Legends, which is the actual competitive ladder, as opposed to Trophy Road, which is a casual game mode. Let's go ahead and jump into our next game. Gatorade or body armor? Body armor, for sure. That's how I stop the guys with Gatorade. Hey, Rich, do you think recruits will still be good? I hope not. I want recruits to be thrown in the garbage bin. Jacob asking, where were you a MMA commentator? I commentated for many years for a number of organizations in Southern California. My main one was called the U of MMA. They did amateur mixed martial arts fights. And that's where I commentated the first 4 amateur fights for former UFC light heavyweight title contender Dominic the Devastator Reyes. Okay, I'm going to time you out now for spamming this one, but I will answer your question. This is the Calalas Cup. It is a community event with 15,000 euros on the line, plus points towards Clash Royale League qualification. And there you go. That's what it is. I meant to time you out, not delete just one message. Boom. You get a 1-minute timeout for that. How do you watch the video the normal way? Good question. If you're watching on vertical, there is a link to our regular, aka normal stream. And if you are watching on the other side of things, there is a link to a vertical version. That's cool. Mixed Martial Arts says Alex Wolf. Well, that's a bad idea. Protect your head, dude. But, you know, have fun, I guess. I worked in the business for a long time. Wouldn't do it myself. And there we go. No big surprises here. I talked about this earlier. Those of you who are new don't remember this was common, the staring contest. And it was common in this sort of situation where someone was playing Golem. And Faust, very smartly, decides to wait. He's going to throw his P.E.K.K.A. right into this Golem. If you're having trouble finding the link, just go to my main page. Both streams are live on the front page of my channel. And I will test the link on my own phone here, folks. I see some people saying that they're having trouble with the link to switch from one stream to the other. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into my own stream here and give it a little test, see what happens. I actually don't know how to click links in mobile. That's interesting. Oh, links in chat don't work on vertical. Good to know. Thanks, Black Bandit TTA. I'm going to go ahead and change that. I did not realize it didn't work in vertical. Let me go ahead and make that adjustment.
Excuse me, don't you know who I am?
Boom, I have now fixed that, and I'm going to undo that. And as I was fixing that one, missed Adriel overcoming the obstacles. He's the boss saying, worked for me. And a nice win here for Adriel. Connor R, so you cast all the community events? Not everything. I'm not available for everything. I'll cast as much as I can. Is there an updated bracket? There should be in a bit. Do I think Dagger Dutch is enough, or should I get more nerfs? Oh, that's what I was going to say. So here's my thought on Tower Troops. I don't like the concept of Tower Troops overall. I think that they undo one of the primary contents of the game. But if we're going to have them, I think that each month of competition should be limited to one Tower Troop, right? Each month of competition should just be this should be the Dagger Duchess month. And then next month should be whatever the next one is, right? I think that's more interesting because then it creates a level playing field where we're all working with the same constant and we're not having more matchup issues. What I don't like is the idea of adding one more matchup item where Tower Troops suddenly imbalance matchups as well. So I would love to see something where it was just each month was limited to a specific troop, a specific tower style. Then we would see how players would adapt to those different metas. And Pretty Flacco saying just Tower Troops as simple as that. Yes, from a not having a business, not understanding the business side of things, right? This is a business. None of this exists unless the game is making money. So they introduce new content that helps make that happen. So Tower Troops are here to stay. How do you make that? How do you make that more viable from a competitive standpoint? And my thought is, make it each month as a different Tower Troop. Kamapulia saying, my friend Tourists win this cup. Well, maybe. Hey, Rich, Ian or Riley? Probably Ian, but we'll have to see. This is a Dagger month anyway. Yeah, we've seen that, right? Are they going to add King Tower option? I don't know. Let's see. How much were the glasses, bro? 25 bucks. Gooder. They're always 25. They last a long time. They stick to your face. They're great if you're wearing them for like you're playing sports or something like that. Let's look at the lower bracket. We are getting our first look at the lower bracket. We will have 4 lower bracket matches today. 4 players will be eliminated today. Faust awaiting the loser of our next matchup to see who he'll match up with in our elimination bracket. We finally have a look at the lower bracket as well. Alec Wolf saying, brilliant idea that should put you in control. Well, I'm not. But yes, I would have some opinions on how Clash Royale esports should be, what the ecosystem should be like. Rich, I only just found out you're also a comedian, have a history of Tony Hinchcliffe, etc. I liked you before, even more now. Enjoy your Friday. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. 10 years. Started comedy in 2008. That's what my life was for 10 years before Clash Royale. Is Morton playing? No, he is not. Will Riley be on Facecam? It's required. Any tips for players stuck around 5,600 crowns for this meta? Win more games would be my #1 tip. Hey, Rich, how does the new spell work? Does it damage groups of troops? I have no idea. I haven't paid attention to the new spell at all. I'll pay attention when it's actually out. I am casting today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I'm here all weekend, folks, for this bracket event. Let's see. You think Michael Schofield saying, I think different tower troops are a good thing because it forces you to adapt your gameplay and adds an additional need of skill. The problem with tower troops is they create more matchup variability, right? You can just get hard count. There's one more thing now that can create a bad matchup. So I don't like that. I don't like one more thing that's just going to create a bad matchup somehow. But I do think that if you limited it to just one each month, then you would have a more stable, you create some stability in those monthly metas. Let's see. Why not all chats popping up? Why, I'm not even going to put that on the screen because you're asking for it so bad, but I choose which chats show on screen. So chats that I either don't notice because I'm doing other things or that I don't want to show, don't make it up. Rich, what's your favorite ball sport? Well, my favorite sport that is not on my favorite sports are disc golf and ultimate frisbee, but ball sport? Good question. I like baseball, I like basketball, I like football. They're all cool. What's your favorite submission? Omoplata. Razzer, some flat ball, yes sir. Razzer, did you hear? I'm making my debut as a commentator for the Austin Soul tonight. The formerly known as AUDL, now UFA. Is Ian playing today? Yes, he will be. Favorite MMA fighter all time? That list would probably be Anderson Silva, the Diaz brothers as a collective, and who else is on that list? I mean, I have so many guys I like, but Anderson Silva is top all time for me. That's awesome. I do watch UFA. Well, watch tonight. Watch Austin versus Houston tonight, my commentary debut for Ultimate. Will be very fun. Have I met Joe Rogan? Yes, many times. I worked at the Comedy Store for many years. What if players are specified the charge before the match? I don't like that very much. It's not the worst idea, but I don't love it. Have I considered doing commentary for disc golf? Sure, the job has to be available. Razzer with a great question. I think Shred can be Empire now. I mean, I think that Empire without Jeff Babbitt is a... I mean, didn't Ben Yacht leave the New York Empire too? Let me just double check that. I believe that Ben Yacht went with... No, he's still on the roster. Never mind. Who else went with... Someone else went with them. But Jeff Babbitt to Boston is a huge move, and losing the Bruiser. Someone else went with Jeff. I don't remember who it was. But I think that New York will lose at least one game this year. No, Ryan Oscar. Okay, and GG, well played. Doom Heart Lava. Doom does Heart Lava. Didn't you know that? Doom hearts some real lava, folks. Do I watch Dune? I have not watched Dune 2 yet. About to see it. Thank you very much for whatever this currency is. I do appreciate it. Dooming, yes. Dooming. He does Doom on occasion. What if Tower Troops were a part of duels? Since there's 3 right now, I can use all 3. I don't love it. But maybe when there's more that could become part of the duel situation. Do I think cards like Lava and Golem shouldn't be in starting hand like Pump just to keep you away from playing Lava Golem first plane? There's an argument for it. I don't know. There's an argument for it, though. Do I watch the NBA? I used to watch it a lot, not so much anymore. Let's go ahead and jump into our next game. So Valk out for Tourist. What kind of splash damage does he have for this drill? Hamad saying they should allow you to choose the first 4 cards you start a match, so it's not that luck based. There is actually a methodology for that in friendly battles. You can specify starting hands in friendly battles. There's a certain way to do it. I haven't seen it in a long time. Defensive drill has to come out for this Goblin Giant. That's always a hard question, right? When you have your Firecracker going to the opposite side and a King Tower activation would impact the game, what do you do? Do you attempt to force something else so that they're not just getting a free King Tower activation? It seems like it's become far less impactful overall. Thoughts on how much of a beatdown meta it really is? Mo won last month on the finals with Cycle after getting knocked down using beatdown. I think Cycle did better overall, if I'm right. Yeah, I don't think it's inherently a beatdown meta. I think that Cycle's harder to play because you can't just throw a miner on tower for free damage or throw a hog at tower for free damage. You have to actually strategize a bit more, right? So I do think that Cycle is harder to play than it was on Princess Towers. But for a good player who is able to process and analyze and make setup choices in real time, Cycle is still very viable and can dramatically abuse these Dagger Duchesses. That's a lot on the board here. Tesla trying to hold off against the onslaught. Dom's down to almost nothing. Dagger Duchesses without daggers. Zap in, Fish Boy on, and this is enough. GG, well played. Tourist tying things up here in game number 2. There should be a rich evolution. Fascinating. What do you think about a future tower troop? No thoughts. Gerald's not like Hog or Miner, though. Not always ideal. You can still get the same chip damage against activated King Tower. Sure. Very true. Let's go. Tourist says Kamapulia. Which screen is Tourist? Tourist was top of the screen. Once you are an Ultimate Champion, what are the requirements to be in CRL World Cup? Do you think the next season for Ultimate Champion will be easier or harder to make it all the way to the top? Ultimate Champion is not what makes you qualify. Each month you can qualify for that CRL monthly tournament by making top 1,000 in Path of Legends. So I can make Ultimate Champion. I've done it many times on Path of Legends. There's no way I can make top 1,000, right? That's a very different thing. Agreed, Rich. Just wanted to ask, since I've seen Cycle dead sentiment a lot. No, yeah, Cycle's just not as easy to play as it was. So it's not dead. It's just you have to plan out what you do more rather than just play. The thing about Cycle is Cycle's always been a very reactive deck, right? Like, people like playing Cycle because they don't have to think very much. They just react. Whereas heavier decks, you really have to think and plan. They're two very different styles of gameplay. Now with Cycle gameplay, with the Dagger Duchess meta, you have to plan a bit more. You have to actually be thinking about what you're doing more and not just playing a reactive style, specifically on the offensive side of the board. So I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's dead. No, your brain just has to activate when you play Cycle now. Cycle was, hey, am I quick? Do I know a lot of small interactions well? Do I have micro down? But Cycle has been far less macro dependent, whereas beatdown has always been, or like heavier decks have always been very macro dependent. Terry Blacks or Franklins? I just had Terry Blacks a couple weeks ago. I've actually never had Franklins. Never wanted to stand in that big line. If you start playing CRL seriously, you can finish top 1,000 watching games from Tour. Being a commentator, watching games has nothing to do with actually being good. Is P.E.K.K.A good in this meta? P.E.K.K.A's better than it's ever been. Better than it's been in a long time.
Doing it for the fam.
I don't totally understand E-Giant in the Dagger Duchess meta. I see DD Tower doesn't get much damage from E-Giant. Yeah, like, it's a weird choice. Why are they showing different decks than the ones they're playing with? I actually have no idea.
What up? Future king over here.
I feel like I have not seen very many E-Giant wins in the Dagger Duchess meta, now that I really think about it. Here we go, sudden death overtime. This E-Giant getting absolutely nowhere. E-Giant is countered a Giant dex, fair. They now have updated the previous decks used, by the way, folks. Are you on Twitch or just here? I'm only on YouTube in both. We are in both vertical and horizontal. And with that lightning, Dominic finally takes the lead as we go into the final 90 of sudden death overtime. NATO does not switch the lanes here. Doesn't really matter, as this is going to get shut down anyway. Giant does touch one time. Kind of shocking. Despite all of the expenditure, and that's, again, Dagger Duchess being low on daggers. Akash Singh, of course I remember you. E-Giant goes opposite lane this time. Doom does have decent damage in the left-hand lane. He has so much he has to spend on the right, though, to prevent significant damage from coming in. Lightning not available. Not enough elixir here for Doom. He's going to E-Giant directly into the right-hand lane one more time. And splitting damage dramatically. This should be it. Knight plus Phoenix shuts down that E-Giant. And there you go. Doom calling the good game. Tourist, big win here in round number 1. A nice win for Tourist. Rich, do I know when Furin will play? Sometime on his next, actually. Furin Lucas is next. So there you go. And let's see. Anime Lord saying it's not fair to be all community tournaments for one golden ticket while you can only get it from the monthly finals. Syntax there is a little funky. I'm not really understanding your point here. Let's see. I'm at work if I miss Riley versus Ian, I'll cry. Well, don't worry. It's going to be available video on demand. You can watch this back afterwards. When the lower bracket. We'll get the first 4 lower bracket matches later today. Bomber went crazy. Bomber does go crazy. Let's take a look at the bracket. So Adriel Tourist, that will happen tomorrow. All the upper bracket matchups, Ta, Sam, Adriel Tourist, our round 2 upper bracket matches will happen tomorrow. Coming up next, we're going to have Furin versus Lucas, then Akaza versus EGW. After that, Lord Seb against Mohamed Light, and finally, Riley versus Ian. After that, we'll move on to our first 4 lower bracket matchups. We will eliminate 4 players today, folks. 4 players out of the tournament today. Hamad saying, crazy how Minor disappeared after Duchess came out. Minor didn't disappear. Mohamed Light won CRL monthly finals with Minor. Just, it's harder to play. You have to play differently. All right, I have already shouted you out, Yord, with your iHeart CRL thing. That's just Moby and Mo. No, but it's still like, we saw wins today with that Minor deck. Didn't we? All right, you are going to get a bit of a timeout for spamming. Riley, we have 2 streams. So come on over to we have both a vertical and a horizontal stream. Let's go ahead and jump into our next game. James asking, were you a fan of Clash before coming to Caster, or did the opportunity to cast Clash come new to you? I've been playing pretty much since launch. I didn't follow the esports scene. You know, I didn't watch CCGS when it happened. I watched it after I got the job.
Future king over here.
1 second, folks. Working on fixing something real quick. I see someone asking, is this single elimination? No, it is. It is double elimination today. Hello, my friend. Is the broadcast live? What is it talking about? Is there a tournament or what? Who is qualified for this tournament? Please respond, my brother. People crack me up. This is the Calalas Cup. It is a community event with 15,000 euros as the grand prize, plus points towards World Finals. This had many open qualifiers that already happened in our first phase. Second phase was a big group stage, and now we are in the 3-day bracket phase. People performing well in this will get both money and points towards the single community event golden ticket for World Finals. Nice little King Tower activation. Ram Rider trying to get past this bowler. Second bowler down. Lucas finding it very hard to get to the second level here. And Furin getting good deep territory lightnings. When you think about that, between the bowler, the knockback from the Guardian, and the lightning, this Ram Rider has just been in a lot of trouble. Lucas going full send opposite direction. Guardian will come in for the knockback, but a nice Evo zap doesn't matter. Guardian still gets out, and Bowler is still in. Ram Rider not there yet. Second Ram Rider down. 1457 top right-hand side of your screen, and Lightning clears the Ram off. Furin able to hold, and hold beautifully. And Lucas just goes P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. Ram Rider opposite lane. And that just never worked for him. Joshua K asking, Rich, does this have any effect on the CRL leaderboards or world spots? This does not impact the CRL leaderboards. And again, it's a little complicated this year. Hopefully it's less complicated next year. But the basic overall system for CRL World Finals this year, there are 8 spots for World Finals. 5 of them come from golden tickets from winning monthly finals. 1 of them will come from the points leaderboard from those CRL monthly competitions. Then 1 of them will go to the China region. And then 1 of them, the final one we're talking about today, that one is coming from a points leaderboard where you earn points from this and other non-CRL community events throughout the year. So these community events are tied into Clash Royale League this year. That's why the title is CRL X Calalas, because these are all giving points towards the one community event golden ticket for World Finals. There are only 8 tickets to World Finals this year. There are not 16 players qualifying, so that's also a pretty big difference overall for this. What is the reason behind all these changes for CRL this year? I don't know. I've not been given an explanation. My only speculation would be financial, because there's not another really good reason to trim CRL the way it's been trimmed other than for financial reasons. And especially in the world of technology, it's been a rough year and a half financially. So that's my speculation, but speculation only. Let's see. Nice sunglasses from Slocker Music. Thank you very much. Why does a spot go to China? Because like 1/6 of the world's population is in China? Rich, do you play Clash Royale? What's Clash Royale? Let's go into game. Mr. Exclusive asking, why do you have 2 channels, a horizontal and vertical stream? Because I want to do the horizontal stream, because that's the appropriate like esports stream. So you have all the overlay stuff, you have the decks they already played, you have the player cam, stuff like that. But many people in the Clash Royale community only want to see, many people in Clash Royale only want to see the gameplay, and they want to watch on their phones. So there you go. I provide it's one of the most requested features is to have a vertical stream. So providing both, so whichever way you want to watch, that way is available. By that logic, India is more populous than China. Yes, but India is not siloed. China has its own servers separated from the rest of the game. So they have their own qualifiers. Rich, I enjoy Clash, but I tune in way more to watch your stream. Your response to chats crack me up, never changed. Thank you. Thank you. I'm actually feeling spicier today than I'm acting. I'm being more patient than I would And I would prefer today. India has a great population than China, yes, but it's not. But it is part. But India is part of the main Clash Royale servers, where China has siloed itself off to its own server. So there you go. What if two people finish the same points at the end of the year on CRL leaderboard, community leaderboard? There are a number of tiebreakers in the rules. I don't remember them off the top of my head. So China top players never face the rest of the world unranked. Not on their own server. My favorite Indian food, korma, lamb korma. Good question. And here we're seeing Lucas going to this miner deck. He has plenty of tools to deal with poison, or to deal with graveyard. Bodyweight matches, and that's why only one person from China, since they have so many players, plus there used to be multiple players qualified from China. Last year they had 2 because there were 16 spots. This year they have 1 because there are 8 spots. So they get 1/8 of the spaces. Final 90 seconds. Can Lucas use the deck conceptualized by his longtime friend and sometime rival, Mohamed Light? So far, Lucas has not been able to get tanks in front of the miner. Let's see if he'll get anything going here. Now he does, but miner goes right into the Valk. And clearly this is a drill deck, an anti-drill deck from Furin. There we go. A little more miner attack. Let's see if Lucas can get one more down and vary position. Needs to get something across the bridge. And he's just going to go ahead straight flat miner here. Picked up. But poison offensive. 5 seconds left. You need to cover the graveyard here. And that poison should be enough. GG, well played. We are going to game number 3. And Commando saying he has to start using poison on offense to get poison cycled by Furin, and he did. So well played. Excellent. So those of you asking about Cycle, there we go. That's Cycle. Cycle working well. Let's go. Ninan saying, I'm expecting chicken tikka masala as this is the go-to answer from favorite from India. No, korma for sure. I also make my own korma. So, I mean, I get it from Indian food places, but I also know how to make my own. Let's see. What are the ranks in the side based on? I wasn't looking at what those ranks were. Are you planning to participate in top ladder at some point? No. Who is Mohamed Light? I don't know. I've never heard of him. What else? That was insane. It was pretty cool. Have I been to India? No, I have not, but hopefully one day. Luke's always been great with Cycle. That's very true. Might look like an easy matchup for Miner, but I mean, look, he easily could have lost that. He easily could have lost that with a mistake. Have I been to Sweden or tried our candy? I have tried candy, but I've never been to Sweden. But I have tried some of the candy. Very tasty. I don't know anything about what Swedish food is like. Where does Calalas come from? It's a Spanish organization, I believe. Hog died, although Hog's been successful in CRL. Hog's had some success in competitive play. Nanan saying, I don't like vertical streams in general, but in CR it's kind of good. Yeah, it depends on if you're what device you're watching on. When is the next CRL stream? The next official CRL is May 18th. I will not be casting because I'm going to be at my sister's wedding. So I'm missing CRL because, yeah, I'm actually officiating the wedding, which will be fun. What headset do you have? I cast other games and it sounds great. This is the Audio-Technica BP HS1. It's a broadcast quality headset. I've been using it for years now. And I like, I don't like using the streamer like a microphone in a place because as a caster, I'm looking around all the time, and having the microphone a consistent distance from my face is really nice. Do I know Supercell? What's Supercell? Let's see. Waiting for our next game, Game 3, to come up here in just one moment. Here we go. Furk and Lucas. Game 3. Here we go. What do you think about Dagger Duchess nerf? Do you think HP reduction will make it balanced? Certainly more so. Most pros I've seen are saying this is the best set of balances they've seen for a while. So you're casting a wedding. Essentially, yeah. Can you cast my wedding in 10 years? Potentially. This is where Giant Skeleton gets interesting. Golem pulls, and Fisherman's going to be buried out of cycle. What is Furkin's plan here? Inferno Dragon, sure, but that's going to be a lot of damage. That's going to be quite a lot of damage. And this isn't going to turn into a huge counter push, I don't think. Especially with Lucas pretty full on Elixir himself. Nietzsche, and she goes in for the kiss, but he counters with a kiss of his own. That's really funny. Of course, the pros are saying that since they hate Evos. Yeah. I think most people think that the content of Evos is fine, but that the power of them is obscene. We've talked about that ad nauseum. Pump super early and Golem Bridge. Yeah, got the pump out fast, and then the Golem Bridge was to control the Giant Skeleton. What do you think about the socioeconomic state of the world? Rich, you seem like the best person to ask. You know, I'm glad someone finally recognized that I am the best person to ask about the current state of the world. Nanandolkia asking, after casting all these years, does it feel a little bit bored from casting, or does it feel the same as before? I still get super hyped for all the live events. Online can be... This has actually been more interesting as of late. CRL itself, I always love. Community events, it depends. Honestly, it's our first few years of CRL, were in a studio, which was such a different experience. First Royal Giant of the day. And it gets one very important shot. And Lucas in a bit of trouble. Goes Rock's left-hand lane. Inferno Dragon is right there. Do you have an Electro Dragon behind it? Are you going to NATO? No, he does have his E-Drag. Okay, there goes E-Drag. This is going to be a little tight here. No, it's not. Oh, it is! Oh, it is! Oh, it is! Lucas grabbing victory from the jaws of defeat. Wow. Let's take a look. Oh, no, I didn't have the replay programmed. Hold on. Let me go back and get the replay programmed here. Oh, boy. All right, let me go ahead and figure out where. Let me put the music back on. Where's my replay? Let's go to replay video. I need to figure out how to make that instant without me having to go in here and find it. The plugin I downloaded to do that didn't work correctly. I'm going to have to get a new plugin for that. All right, let's go take a look. Let's take a look at that ending one more time, folks. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I need to change this. I need to adjust that here. There you go, vertical, folks. You can see the replay, too. Here we go. I need to change where the replay text is. They changed, like, some of the overlay stuff without telling us. There we go. So Golem in, and this looked like when the fireball went up, but look at the bomber. The bomber, the Golem didn't even pop. The Golem did not even pop. Royal Giant does get in, gets one shot, and Furin just cycling fireball here. Where's his fish boy? Nothing in the middle to distract, just putting straight up spells on there. And Fireball does not get there in time. And he can't believe it. Needed to defend that bomber. Oh, wrong spot. Needed to defend that bomber. Oh well. Crazy. Literal buzzer beater. That was nuts. It was fun. Ever work in the radio station business? No, I have not. Do I think COC chaps will come to CR Rich? That would be fun. That would be... I don't know how that would work. Interesting. Blood forgot to defend. Maybe. Evil Bomber hard carrying. Could hit the first bomb also at first. And that gets you banned. Lifetime ban. Penja CR. Did I get the right person? Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out there, folks. Be nice to each other. Will not tolerate harassment of other people in my streams. Will Riley play today? Yes, he will. Mo in 1 minute? Yes, indeed. When Mo play? In 1 second. In 1 second meaning right, I mean literally, in 1 second. Let's go. Mohamed Light. Lord Seb, let's do it. After this, we'll have Akaza EGW, and then Riley versus Ian. John Ketchum, why did he get banned? He made an offensive comment to another member of the community that I'm not going to tolerate. Bye. What Evo to use fragments on? It depends on what deck you want to run. It was in the horizontal stream, not the vertical stream. Demon King calling Ian Riley the match of the day. Yeah, maybe. And someone asked earlier if we've seen 4K before. Boom. Mohamed Light. Big surprise. What a shocker here, folks. Mohamed Light broke 4,000. sometimes there's going to be some silence, folks. Just let the game work its way out. Responding to a little request there in the chat. Oh boy. Oh boy. This Evo RG against a complete, an empty Dagger Duchess, and that is a ton of damage for Lord Seb, who's now way ahead here in game number 1. And Drill gonna come out, try to hold here. Slight miss time on the arrows, stopping one RG shot. Mohamed Light keeping himself alive. This is also just game 1, folks. People are like, Mo lets your lower bracket run anyway. Oh, this is all Mo down. Folks, we've been here before. Evo Tesla does not get the stun on the Royal Giant. Log for a little bit of knockback, and that should be game number 1. What does that rank mean? That means his best score in ranked Path of Legends mode. That basically means that he is the best in the world. It's one of the running reasons. Crazy how Mo makes it close even in bad matchups like this one. Yes, indeed. You can only choose one restaurant for the rest of your life. Which one? Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy, that's hard. Right? Because here's the question. Do you choose, like, your favorite place? Right? Like, there's a burrito joint in LA that I like a lot. Right? There's a certain place, like, do you choose your favorite place? Or do you choose some place that's not your favorite but has insane variety, right? Like, I don't like the Cheesecake Factory, but the Cheesecake Factory's menu is insanely deep. So you can get a good variety of food at a place like Cheesecake Factory or Barney's Beanery in LA, stuff like that, right? That's a hard question. What do you think? If you have only one restaurant forever, do you choose, for the love of God, stop yapping. There's no gameplay right now. You want me to just sit here and stare at the screen? What do you want me to do, Caden? You want me to sit here like this when there's no gameplay? Here, let's watch some Clash Royale.
Excuse me, don't you know who I am? Bashful.
Don't call me a princess.
Protect the air.
Love seeing this much Ice Spirit out here. It's fun seeing some variety. Tesla already played by Mohamed Light, so people say mirror match. Not quite here
Just sharpening my knife.
in this one.
Future king over here.
Nice to see a little delivery here. We have not seen much in the way of delivery. But it might cover nicely in a couple of instances. Guards will be good for Lord Seb against the P.E.K.K.A. And good poison value from Mohamed Light. Rich, what do you think people playing even though they already qualify? There's money on the line. It's like a kind of a flaw in the system that it's a weird system, right? Because you should be able to play every tournament where there's money involved. Every tournament with a prize pool, you should be able to play no matter what, right? Also, so you stay relevant competitively. Saying someone cannot play in different competitions because they've already qualified for World Finals really puts them at a weird disadvantage. In Season 1 of Solo CRL 2021, there was only a points leaderboard and no golden tickets. So you didn't have this quote-unquote problem. But it did create this other problem, which was monthly finals weren't that hype because you didn't actually qualify for Worlds from winning a monthly final. It also made later monthly finals less interesting and lower participation because players who were out of the running points-wise haven't seen any reason to play in the later months. So golden tickets solved that problem. They create this other, far less big, far smaller problem of someone can be qualified for World Finals and still compete. I think that it's only really an issue because Mo is so dominant. If Mohamed Light were not as dominant as he is, people wouldn't complain about it. But because he's been so dominant, that's why people complain about it so much. I'm not really sure how Mohamed Light gets damage here against Guards, Evo Tesla, Drill, Log, and Guardian. And I say Guardian, not Little Prince. But if there's a way, he will find it. But I don't think there's a way. This is two back-to-back absolutely devastating matchups. Very well picked by Lord Seb here. And there's never a situation where Lord Seb doesn't have an answer for the Ram Rider. At all times, he has an answer for the Ram Rider. And getting as much damage as he did, making it a 140, 150 point game is so impressive. Lord Seb absolutely pumped up. You gotta love that for him. And now it's gonna be Mo down to the lower bracket. Fascinating. Pascal Straitman saying that actually there is a Cheesecake Factory. I thought that, no, yeah, Cheesecake Factory is a restaurant that serves just about everything. What a celebration. What a big win there. Gotta love it. Gotta love it for Lord Seb. We'll look at the bracket here in just a couple moments. Let's give him his little victory shine, though. Let's give him his victory shine. James, back to your point earlier. One restaurant for the rest of my life got to be classic New Jersey diner owned by some Greek family, menu like a phone book. Boom! James, that's the move. That's what I was talking about, right? Menu like a phone book is the move. Going to some place where they have a deep menu, right? Because you either do your favorite place or you do something that has a deep lineup. I think deep lineup is the move, though. Alec Wolf saying, this is about to see how there's horrendous lucky matchups. Well, the question is, was that a lucky matchup, or was that great game playing on the part of Lord Seb? Right? That's the big question there. I don't know if that was lucky matchups or if that was good research and good game planning. When is the match of Ian and Riley? We have one more match and then we have that one. Let's look at the bracket. So you see Lucas will get the winner of Akaza EGW here in a moment. Lord Seb will face the winner of Ian and Riley. Both of those coming up soon. Rich Ramiro, I was sent by Elon. It's called Twitter. I don't care what I don't care what the weird car guy does. It was good gameplay. Mokoda broke through. Just got unlucky. It was hard to break. That's a really hard place to break through. My favorite player lost, so it was a lucky matchup. Yep. Dude, anytime you lose, it was because of something unfair, right? I know that I, in years, have never, like, regularly lost a game of Clash Royale. It was either a bad matchup or, like, some sort of cheap thing that happened, right? It's never been because they were better than me. Bro Selby doesn't realize that Mo lost on purpose is really funny. Very, very funny. Who would be your teammate if you're playing against someone, against Ian77 and someone? Morton. Probably. But if we're doing 2v2, I might have to pull out a little AC just for the chemistry. We're bros, you know what I mean? How many points does the winner get? I don't actually know. Can you give me evolution? No, I cannot. How high do you think the probability is that Mo still wins the thing through the lower bracket? 35 to 40% probability. Rich, how will you celebrate if you win against Mo Light? I'll do whatever Lord Seb just did, but twice. Is lower bracket happening today? Yes, some of it. Let's take a look at the lower bracket. These 4 matchups of round 1. We'll be sending 4 players out today. So those will be happening. Let's find out who our next players in that group as we jump into EGW versus Akaza.
It's duchess to you.
Some of lower bracket will be today.
Doing it for the fam.
Mo Light reminds me of Max Verstappen in Formula 1, undoubtedly very good, but most exciting thing for the field is when he loses because he typically dominates, says James. Yeah. There's a viewer who messages me every time Mo loses. Sends me a little DM about how excited he is. Will this video be on later? Yes, this video will be available later, for sure. It will be on this channel. Is EGW and Riley same person? No. I have no opinion on the Void spell, for those of you who keep on asking about it. I don't know anything about it, other than the Void spell. I have not looked into it whatsoever yet, but I will. What a lightning out of EGW. RG in. Fishboy will get the pull on the Royal Giant. And the opposite Dagger Duchess does a lot of work. And that all came down pretty much to one play. I'm going to go ahead and get that one queued up for y'all. Where are you? There you are. Properties. I need to get this. I need to get a macro set up for this so it actually happens automatically rather than me having to do it this way. But for now, let's do it this way. Here we go. Let's take a look at the replay. And RG gets absolutely handled here. So in with the Giant, in with the Phoenix. And what is definitely coming next? A Fish Boy's coming next. So what does EGW do? He gets ready for it. Kaboom! And that's the game-winning move right there. Very nicely constructed. Was absolutely ready for it. Rich, do I know COK? Yep, familiar with him. Here we go, one more time. Just knew this. Just knew it. He was sitting there, hovering, ready for the Fish Boy. GG. Well played. Game 1 EGW. TM, played for a long time, but I'm new to Clash Royale professionally. What would be the first time to get into a pro league aside from being great at the game? For the small, there's a lot of smaller leagues. I don't know much about how you get into the smaller semi-pro leagues, but the number one way to start getting noticed is to be pushing high on Path of Legends, right? You start making some top finishes on some good finishes on Path of Legends, and that's how you'll get noticed. And of course, top 1,000 Path of Legends gets you into the CRL, first round of the CRL monthlies. Rich, will you be voicing CRL 2024? Yes, I already cast the first monthly final. I am missing May's because of my sister's wedding, but I'll be doing the rest of it all year. What's your favorite UFC fighter right now? I'm not watching a whole lot right now, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not even watching enough to really have a strong opinion. All my favorites are kind of on the back end of their careers. Let's go. Game number 2, EGW Akaza. EGW from the UK, known for wild decks. Made it to the group stage in CRL 3 times last year. Never able to break past the group stage.
It's Dutch.
And he pumps up. Akaza, I see Reels asking about it. Realms Reels? Akaza is from France. Has a number 2 finish on Path of Legends and a number 5. Has also made it to the group stage a few times for CRL, but never broken through to the final day. Maybe this is his year. We'll see. And EGW, with this stun lock at the bridge, decides to pump up. Akaza goes Night Witch opposite direction.
Just sharpening my knife.
Akaza used to be called Nexus, I believe. Niji, good call there. Correct. This feels like it's about to go bad for Akaza. Although these skeletons stacking up. But here we go. Golem with 2 Skelly Drags plus an Electro Dragon behind it. And a Battle Healer now. E-Dragon, plenty of shape to... Oh, and a great set of recruits. Does not get onto the Inferno Dragon, but a Zap plus NATO means this is probably it. Only 3 Elixir for Akaza to hold with, and yeah, this is trouble. This is a problem, and he knows it. He's done. He knows it. EGW, every game winner. Kaboom. And a solid win for the man who usually has the wildest decks in the game. EGW indeed. And now here we go, folks. In a couple of minutes, our final matchup of the first round is incoming. Ian versus Riley on its way. Let us know in the chat, folks, who you got. Who do you got? Do you have Ian? Do you have Riley? Noah asking, is there a stream tomorrow? If so, when is, if there is, same time, same place. Here's our upper bracket. Oh, there's our lower bracket. They should be adding Akaza to that one in a moment. They haven't done it quite yet. You can see Mohamed Light there awaiting who he's going to be facing. I see on the vertical chat, Ian all the way from Jamaica. Ian. I see a Riley for sure, and Ian, and Ian. Riley needs to cook from TM. Riley Goblin King says Elias. Ian says Ghost. Goblin says Knight. The horizontal one has a lot more picks overall for Riley than our vertical chat. Oh, do I not have? I guess I didn't have on this screen. I don't have the chat built in. Here you go. Riley Ian coming up next. Winner will face Lord Seb tomorrow. Loser will fall down into our elimination bracket and face elimination here on day 1. I'm seeing some Riley. Riley about to clap. I see an Ian here. Ahmed saying, hard to choose, dude. I like both of them. Riley won't miss spells this time for sure. Oh, the Riley fans coming in big now. Here's some Ian. Who's ready for it, folks? The match of the day. Ian and Riley. Moments away here. And Riley playing from a very weird account. You guys will see. Riley, Logbait King. Ian Hogg. Ian. Go Ian. Riley Gunna. If Riley misses spell, I'll give you $50. All right. Here we go. Match of the day, folks. Ian versus Riley. Let's go. And no surprises here. Riley practically playing off camera. Nasita, they usually have to on the phone with each other or playing competitive. Who are they talking to now? Good question. So pigs for Riley. Pekka for Ian. A little friendly banter from Ian here early on.
Doing it for the fam.
Guardian will come in and get a little bit of knockback and get onto the Archer Queen. Does not turn early. Ice Spirit to help the AQ get in rhythm. Riley's overhead fan is definitely extra. Ian setting up. And that bar barrel's nice because it does give the Peck a bit more room, but so far Ian having a lot of trouble with these goblins. And hard to deal with the pigs when they come across for Ian as well. Delivery, goblins, pigs, lots of difficult pieces here. Plenty of elixir for Riley to cover. Guardian in, Ice Spirit, and this is so simple for Riley right now. This is so simple for Riley right now. Pigs in, they'll get a little bit of damage on the tower, and again, extending the lead. I don't know how Ian gets past any of this. It cycles so quickly, delivery covers so well. Goblins are just shutting down this P.E.K.K.A, and he has no way to really deal with goblins. The only real chance here was for the Ram Rider to get pushed outside of the Tesla. And you saw the second Tesla came down, made that impossible.
What up, future king over here?
Can you push to the outside? Ian trying to find some sort of setup to get past all this. Does the Ram Rider push outside? There's a Tesla anyway. Just can't do it. 18 seconds left, and Ian making a valiant effort, but Riley going to take game number one easily. Just match up 7 layers of purgatory for Ian here. GG, well played. Riley up 1. Unwinnable. Absolutely unwinnable. So we'll see what they have in for game number 2 here. What's your highest finish in Path of Legends? I don't know. Definitely not like a ranked finish at all. I usually just push to Ultimate Champ and then I stop. Literally unplayable. Wait, there's a person underneath that hood? Yeah, technically. So funny. Complete shutdown, indeed. Talk about the fact that Riley doesn't have all Evos unlocked. Sure. Yeah, when I guess these account troubles for him would cause that. Rough place for him there. Hold on, once I need to share a little something with someone. Give me a moment. Game number 2 coming here in just a second. Rich, can we see your baby child on stream once? No, I don't put my kids on stream. I've talked about it before a bunch, but I think that you probably shouldn't put your kids in content. Especially not your young kids. They should understand what that means before they're actually doing it. Ian gonna crush Riley, says the Sheik. Maybe. Both drill, says Amiramad. That would be interesting. And here we go. Game number 2 kicking off now. Ian with the oops. And it's Hog for Ian. Oh boy.
Yay. Gotcha.
Ice Golem Hog Princess for Ian. What? Those of you who are Ian fans, is this an Ian deck? I don't watch anyone's content, so I don't know. You're running Hog against Snowball at Furrow Tower. Yeah, it has to be a wrong pick, but I guess this is should have Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Rocket. Did he just pick the wrong deck? Oh, and he's running Zap again. He just ran Zap. Yo, that's a free win. So here's one for the lulz. Ian had Zap in the last deck. Right? He did have Zap in the last deck, didn't he? Oh, buddy. Oh, boy. Yeah, he ran Zap last deck. Well, you know, people are going, why aren't these players top of CRL? Gotta stay dialed in, folks. Gotta stay dialed in. So he misclicked me. No, there's no redos. You're responsible for bringing for preparing your decks correctly, bringing the right stuff in, not repeating cards. They're gonna play it out, and we'll see if Ian's able to get the not win. But Riley gonna get a 2-0 here. What a ridiculous mistake. Why they still playing, says Electric Boogaloo. For the content, and because they are still very competitive with each other. Need you say not sure if Ian realizes repeated card? I'm sure he does. I'm sure he realizes. Vlog Pro asking, are you not allowed to use the same card twice? Correct. This is duel mode. In a best of 3, you may not repeat any cards game by game. So within one match, you have to use either 16 or 24 unique cards, whether it's 2 or 3 games. Yeah, Jose Marquez, and he said oops and GG. He definitely knew it. Alan said he isn't helping them. They pick their own decks. Yeah, well, you got to be prepared. The same rules apply in CRL Finals. Yeah, it's the official competitive format of Clash Royale. It's what we use in CRL and pretty much everywhere now. Lejan saying that should be an Evo Bomber. Yeah, maybe. Live, laugh, Alan. That's hilarious. Alan, I told Ian this last night. LMFAO, yep. Chill out, commentators. I made a mistake. Don't be rude. I'm not being rude. I'm being factual. Nothing rude about pointing out the fact here. All right. I'll address this. This is an interesting question, interesting point of view. The fact that you can't use a card over is bad, and Evo Zap is the same as Zap. What do I know? I make minimum wage. No, I think it's actually great. I've been commentating professional Clash Royale now since 2018. I have commentated literally thousands of matches at this point. And when you didn't have dual mode, when it was just play whatever deck you want whenever you want, it was super stale. The game was very stale competitively. You had a ban card, right? Sometimes we had bans where players would submit a card before that you can't use. And there's a little win. We finally see Ian's face. You would submit bans beforehand, like, oh, I'm gonna ban poison, he bans fireball, neither of us can use that card. Use those cards. It wasn't very interesting though. It was very stale. So this makes the gameplay more interesting. It also makes it way more competitive. It used to be that deck matchups were so random. Just I go in with whatever I think, and you go in with whatever you think, and we're kind of hoping that we have some sort of idea on matchups, but we're just kind of going in. Right? It made it way random. Dual mode made it far more competitive, right? You actually have to think in Game 2 and Game 3 about what your opponent already played and make choices. And the reason why we don't use in-game duels, Electric Boogaloo isn't this why we should use in-game duels mode? In-game duels lock you into 4 pre-built decks, so you can't be flexible game by game, right? If you see something in game number 1 that would make you want to make 1 or 2 tweaks to a deck in game number 2, in in-game duels you can't do that. And that's really unfortunate because then you're kind of just whatever, you're kind of locked in. Whereas in this, what we call normal duels, which pretty much all the pros say is the better mode, you look at game 1 and then you think, okay, here's what I could play in game 2. I might make this 1 card adjustment because of what I saw in game number 1. So that's super valuable. I think dual mode is the best mode for competitive. I mean, I really like Mega Draft, but if we're playing competitive games with decks in particular, dual mode as it currently stands is the best. And it's on the players to make sure they don't repeat cards, that they obey the rules. That's just a player requirement. You can use whatever card you want, just not more than once in a match. All right, here we go. Let's jump into our first elimination matchup. Down into the lower bracket, Ban and Ali, as you can see just there behind the gameplay. But just playing whatever. Rule state if you accidentally use the same card, but you can deal with it with 7 cards and not play the repeated card. Yeah, maybe you should have done that. But yeah, just playing whatever deck you want for a best of 3 is kind of nonsense and random. Dual mode reduces the matchup randomness, which is one of the most important things to have an actually viable competitive ecosystem. RG versus Drill. RG, does it get 1? And it does. You know, it would be the best in an editable in-game duel mode to avoid all the nonsense. Yeah, it would be awesome. That would be great. If you finished game 1 and then you built your deck from in game 2 and all the cards were grayed out, that would be awesome. But the reality is that duel mode is actually kind of niche, right? It's not what most players play. It's kind of just for competitive. So it's in Clan Wars, which I don't know who does Clan Wars. But that's it. $0.20 saying, I think there should be a tweak in duel mode so that players can use whatever deck they want in deciding money game. I disagree. I think game 3 is the most interesting because you have the most restrictions. You have 16 cards you can't play with now. Joshua K saying, Rich, if the main competitive game mode was blind pick, who is the best player in the world? Because back in the day in CRL, the area in which Ruben and Mookie dominated, it was blind picks. Well, Mookie just won a world championship. Mookie's won 2 world championships in the dual mode system. So I don't know that there's any viability to that comment. And Ruben has still been a consistent world finalist in the dual mode system. Riley did not lose game 2. It was a free win for Riley because Ian repeated a card. Everybody. Ian repeated. I'll put this in the chat. A card. Instant loss. There you go. Viswar saying, Viswar, edible in-game dual mode doesn't have much application. If it does, come to the game. Yeah. Just wouldn't be used by many people. Ban all over Ali right now. We've seen this difficulty with Drill against RG. GG, well played, game 1. Let's see. Dual mode is perfect for competitive, but for grand finals, I wish it became BO5 instead of BO3 the last 2 matches in case it goes to all be no restriction decks. That's interesting. It does mean that the 3rd match doesn't really matter that much. So I don't know. There's some interesting stuff to it. I actually like the Royale Masters version of dual mode, which it's kind of more complicated. You can't repeat a card once you've won with it. So for example, if someone played Hog in game 1 versus Royal Giant and they won with Hog, that Hog deck is out for the remainder of the match for that player. But the person who lost could still repeat that Royal Giant deck, right? You only lose access to cards that you win with. And what was cool about that was it allowed for a BO5. Because by the time you get to game 5, you have only lost, you've won 2 games, which means those 16 cards are out for you, right? So the Royale Masters version of dual mode both allowed for best of 5s and gave the player who was currently losing an advantage by giving them access to a wider variety of cards. Nietzsche saying, I love watching these competitions. By this time next year, I'll be casting my games. Mark my words. All right, bring it on.
What up? Future king over here.
Drew be saying, don't they legit pay people to help make decks? Like, how are you messing up that bad? Ian and Riley have the same coach, and he sat out the match and made them play themselves. Oh, I thought the point of duel is that so there's more cards are seen, there'll be more card diversity. I mean, yes, part of the point is that it does create more variability in what we see in decks, but also it's primarily to reduce randomness in matchups. Rich, if I'm top 6,000 right now, will I stay top 10,000? No idea. In with the sorry, guys. And nice separation by Ban. NATO tries to undo it and does successfully, but Electro Dragon does not stay on the board. Still tons of damage early here. And the NATO from Ban to prevent the Golem explosion on the tower is interesting. And Ban finally gets his Golem down. Going to push opposite lane from his weak side. And this should be a GG well played. Game number 3 coming. So, Bassotto not going down without a fight here. And here we go, game 3 coming soon. Our first elimination of the day in just a few moments. We should keep bans and have the ban be worldwide only one, and everyone can vote to ban it. Would only be competitive. I don't know exactly what you mean there. Is Ian going to be against Mohamed Light? I think so. We'll take a look at that, those matchups, the lower bracket, when they show it to me. Everyone in... People keep... I mean, I guess people don't maybe have the sound off or something. Ian repeated a card in game 2, so that was a free loss. I was an auto loss, and very unfortunate for him. But you gotta keep it going. Yes, as Mo versus Ian, says Alan. Good to know. Rich, very big fan of your commentary. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Can I see your eyes? I don't have any eyes. As much as Duchess is annoying, says Eclipsey Gaming, I'm glad it brought back Golem in competitive games. That makes some people. Although it is nice to see a very different meta this month. Or this around this time. It's been fun. Let's go ahead and jump into game 3. Our first elimination game of the day. Clashmaster, why would it help create diversity to prevent 16 cards from being used? Because it prevents the same cards from being used over and over and over again every single game. You don't prevent 16 cards from being used, you make someone use a new 8 and a new 16 cards. Instead of possibly using the same 8, or let's call it the same maybe 16 cards over the course of a best of 3, they're required to use 24 different cards. But more importantly, dual mode does reduce the randomness of matchups and makes the game more competitive. Why is Mo in the loser bracket? Because he lost. Little sizzle there from Ban on the right-hand side. Inferno Dragon gets real scary, even without these Dagger Duchess towers. Nice connection there. I feel like that's our first, is that our first Battle Ram that's actually touched a tower today? I feel like we have not actually seen Battle Ram get to tower at some point. Battle Ram in. Fish Boy distracted, but enough DPS to cut it down in time. When does Ali pop the RG? The Inferno Dragon plus Royal Recruits is going to make it real hard for him to find a breakthrough. Has to hope that at some point Ban overspends. How do you make him overspend here, though? And it's probably going to be a triple elixir dual lane push situation for Ali. But this was a great deck pick from Ban. Knowing Tesla's out. Bowler would have been the big scary thing. But instead the call, oh, but look at this. Evo Royal Giant getting through. And this is what Ali needed, was a moment of Ban being stretched too thin, and he took advantage, and that might be it. What a swing. What a big swing. And Ban had a survival pretty close to locked up. Now he does have some room here. Can he get through? That Battle Ram just getting stuck. Can he get to another Battle Ram? Ban has to just keep the pressure on. Do not take your foot off the gas. This is the only way you win, is if you stay right here at the bridge and don't let Ali have a chance. He has to be stuck defending this whole time. Battle Ram in. Dagger Duchess still very, very low. Fish Boy trying to stop the Battle Ram, and it will. Poison down for Ban, holding on to this 195 and trying to find any way to get on tower. But Ali just clogging up the lane, keeping enough damage on the board. And that's it. Ali goes on, Ban goes home. Solid win by Ali. Good job recovering, getting the damage he needed, and then shutting down that defense. Vange, incredible defense at the end, yes. Ali is Peter Parker, dude, LOL. Yeah, maybe. Does have kind of a Peter Parker look, that's for sure. Can you show the bracket when it happens? People are asking about my eyes like they don't, like my eyes aren't on CRL all the time. I don't wear sunglasses during CRL, just on my own channel. Ali beats Ban, moves on to round 2 of the lower bracket. He'll be coming back tomorrow. Ban, his tournament ends here, gone. Waiting for the next opportunity. Do I know what the prize pool is? The prize pool, P-O-O-L, is 15,000 euros. Coming up next, Faust and Dominic. Another elimination matchup here. Akesh Ramesh saying thanks for the dual streaming. I love it. Happy to help. It's very interesting, the difference in the streams. It's very interesting to see. All right, here we go. Faust Doom. Let's go. I'm going to step away for one moment while this game starts. Be right back. All right, I'm back, folks. Had to step away, take care of a couple things. Pigs into the right-hand side. Where is Rich? I'm back now. I had to go step away for a minute. .22 seconds left. Lightning. I don't think there's a chance for Faust to get the win here now. Doom should get one more log EQ in. Definitely one more EQ. And there we go. Lightning just not enough. 998 to 828. And there you go. Why won't my messages pop up? I followed because I just click whatever message pops up, right? So if someone says something interesting or, you know, as I think someone points out, says something nice, I often put those ones on stream. But they don't just all randomly pop up. I'm the one who chooses what gets shown. Ban the hoodies. Yeah, I kind of agree. They should be required to have a hoodie off or at least very much face the camera. Your face should need to be on camera. The fact that no one realized that Dominic is mocking with those hoodies, I didn't even see that. I don't know what was he saying earlier? Fred, let me go back, Freddie, and see what you said that I hadn't put on screen yet. I'm going back. I'm scrolling back. Did you say something? I see only 15. I mean L ban. So Not surprised ban... Yeah, I mean, like... I'm not seeing anything particularly interesting or poignant that you said anywhere. I'm scrolling way back, Freddy. And have not seen anything that, like, really piques my interest. Does only first place win money? No, it's distributed. I don't know what the actual distribution is of the prize pool. But it's not just for first. Rich, who's the most popular CR content maker? I don't know. What's the point of face cams? So it's people playing. There's emotions, so you see how they're reacting. So it's not just faceless, nameless nothing playing this digital game. Right? And Sahal, hey, 10 euro super chat, very cool. Rich, seeing you after a long time, good to see you. Take care. Hey, great to see you too. Mad respect. Glad to have you back. I appreciate the support. They are just room cams now. Sometimes, yeah, there needs to be clearer rules on those cams. For sure. This studio looks way more professional. What, then, like when I have my normal setup with all the stuff in the background? Just green screen. Might be a dumb question, but can you use a card you haven't played in previous game? What? What? Emotion, they didn't even give enough face expression. So yeah, I'll put that one on the camera. What we saw Lord Seb's big response. Right? Sometimes it's little things. Sometimes it's just like a little tick of the face when they make a mistake. But it's just more interesting when these are people playing, not faceless, nameless, who knows what's. Jeremiah, the $2 Ian super chat. I don't know why this guy keeps asking about Hunter 1,000 times. You're getting a 5-minute. 5-minute in the bin, in the sin bin. For annoying spam. And Doom goes lava, Faust goes lava. Lava, lava, lava. It's always lava. I mean, Doom is partially trolling, and Doom does not like any rules. If you pay attention, Doom does not like any of the rules, doesn't like admins. He pretty consistently has conflicts with league ops in whatever league he's in. Now, to be fair, some of those are valid points he's made, especially World Finals a couple years ago. But Doom is a bit of a contrarian, so I don't know if he's trolling the players who've done that or if he's trolling the production. But either way, it is definitely a troll on Doom's part. Man, a lava mirror against Doom sounds like an absolute nightmare. This is going to be Faust ejected from the bracket stage very quickly. 2-0. You see, hey, faces. You see Faust a little smirk, a little nod. Resigned to his situation. And then Doom finally comes back to the camera. Just to turn it off. All right, there you go. Well played, Doom. Well played, Doom. Good job. No difficulty there for Doom. Let's take a look at his little victory flag there. Good job. Furin Akaza up next. Can you tell me how to qualify for CRL, please? Make top 1,000 Path of Legends. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Make top 1,000 Path of Legends. Folks, if you do moving on, Furin Akaza and our final matchup. Our final matchup of the day is actually the best matchup of the day. Mohamed Light Ian in a elimination match. It'll be our last match of the day. I love that. I love that. That's going to be so fun. Folks, if you're enjoying this in any way, shape, or form, there's a few ways you can support. Number one, subscribe to this channel. Like the stream, stuff like that. Subscribe and come back. This is the home of a lot of Clash Royale esports. I do some other videos that relate to the Clash Royale esports world every once in a while. Videos with pros breaking down 5 keys on how to improve at a certain deck or archetype. I just did a really cool retrospective with Morton, going over and discussing his thought process in his 3 favorite games of his Clash Royale career. Other fun show matches, BO5s, live streams like this one. So please, one great way to support is subscribe and come on back. Another way to support here, which is pretty cool, is check out my other channel. If you like disc golf at all, this is my other channel. I have a disc golf channel that's based on a fantasy sports game for the Disc Golf Pro Tour. You can win discs by participating in our fantasy league that's linked there on that channel. That's my other passion. So come on in. And let's see. Let me look at the... Actually, I have no idea how we're doing on that one. Oh, yeah, if you haven't liked this stream, by the way, go ahead and like the stream. That's actually very helpful as well to help boost it to other people. And we are just about ready for our next matchup, next elimination match. Where, let's see, blah, blah, blah. You're my favorite yapper. Thank you. I do enjoy some yapping. I do enjoy a good yap. If you want to hear me yap about disc golf, that's what that other channel is for. Yapping about disc golf. And we are almost at 200 subs on that channel, which is pretty cool. And here we go. Next game. Furin Akaza. This is a fun one. What's my favorite win condition? Ice Golem. Yeah, he's a win condition in my world. And lava up for Akaza. We have not seen lava minor. We've seen a ton of lava loot. But I feel like we have not seen much of any lava minor. Very interesting. Should tower troops play once only have 3 now? I don't like that yet. Any reason why Andrew and AC don't cast the game outside of CRL Monthlies and Worlds? Mostly because they don't have content channels, right? Community events generally are not paid. So the way you make money is by having by the fact that what they do to help your channel and your content. So they don't have channels. They don't do Clash Royale content. It's not worth it for them. Whereas for me, I have this channel. This channel is a portion of my income, so it's worth it to me. I have not seen a ton of Mighty Miner today. This is very interesting. I feel like we really have not seen much of any. We've seen a little, right? Once and twice. What's the prize pool for this event? 15,000 euros plus points towards CRL World Finals. That's a nice Ice Spirit. Oh, it almost got there in time to keep those goblins going a little bit deeper. They were not quite able to. €15,000, the total prize pool for this event. And of course, the world finalists get a lot more if they do make it to Worlds. And GG, well played, Furin. Solid game one. Akaza not happy with that. All right. Game number 2 on its way here in just a moment. What's the biggest prize pool? I mean, World Finals, where the world champion has gotten $250,000 the last couple of years, which is pretty rad. So when you're in the top 1,000, do they contact you with the information? And also, what happens if you can't make it? Does it go to the person who has one-on-one? If you can't make it, that doesn't drop down to the next person if you're not available. It does if you're taken out for competitive rules violation reasons, then it would go to the next person. But no, if you can't make it, not like someone else fills in that spot. But yeah, inside the game, you get notified if you've made it. You have an amazing casting voice. Thank you very much. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been a public speaker, right as you said it, but a public speaker pretty much my entire adult life. And before that. Here we go. Game 2. Can Furin make it a quick one, or will Akaza get it back?
Kneel, numbskulls.
J-Ro Adams, today's my birthday. Happy birthday, J-Ro Adams. I hope it's a good one. Can I pull up the bracket? In between games, they will show it. Did you like doing presentations as a kid? Yes, I have never had an issue with speaking in front of people. I've always loved it. Rich, you have a separate comedy channel for your stand-up. This was my stand-up channel before it became my CR channel. There's only one. I took down most of my comedy videos. There's one still up on this channel. TM saying, I assume they email the email used to make the account, or they tell you in the game? They tell you inside the game. Young Hunter, are you famous? To a very limited number of people. I am very, very well known amongst a very small contingent of human beings. So far, so good for Furin. Does the winner of the loser bracket go to the winner bracket? No, the winner of the loser bracket stays in the loser bracket, but stays alive. Have I been recognized outside of CR events? Yeah, a little bit. Not often. I used to get recognized more when I was doing stand-up and had my podcast actively. Furin just shutting it down. You see the look on, man, talking about why we want face cam. Look at Akaza's face, the big blowing out the, not loving it. Not loving it. And easy 2-0 for Furin, who will stay alive and return tomorrow and continue along in this tournament. Easy does it. GG, well played, Furin. Well, last game of the day coming up here in just a minute, in a few minutes. Let's celebrate the victory of Furin here for just a minute. And now the big boy match, says Tom Costellum. This is going to be a fun one, folks. Final match of the day coming up here very soon. Very excited. If you haven't yet, we are almost to 110,000 subscribers. Let me go look at the actual number. But we are just about to 110,000. Let me go see what it actually is. Let me go see what the actual number is. But we are almost to 110. We are 109,943 subs. We are 57 subscribers away from 110,000 subs. So if you haven't subscribed yet, this is a great time right now to go ahead and subscribe. That would be super cool to make 110 today. That would be a big jump up. It wasn't that long ago we got 100,000 and finally got that Google Play button. Let's take a look at the bracket here. Last match of the day. Ali, Doom, Furin all through. Akaza, Faust, and Ban all eliminated. And now it's going to be Mohamed Light versus Ian for our last match of the day. And we'll see who is able to move on. Who stays alive? Will it be Ian? This will be a big one. Not the Google, but the YouTube play button. I got my YouTube play button. So we are just about ready, folks, as you can see. So if you haven't yet, oh yeah, we're at 109,963. So we keep on, we keep going up here. I thought I had a counter somewhere, which would have been cool to put on. I used to have a counter somewhere. Nope, none of those are it. All right, here we go. Mo Light, Ian, last match of the day. Loser leaves town. Let's go. Who do you got, Mo or Ian? Let me know in the chat.
What up, future king over here?
We have not seen, I don't know if we've seen any Exi today. Very interesting choice from Mohamed Light. Drill, normal. Exi, interesting. What's Mo's plan for these P.E.K.K.A.s?
Stay sharp.
So a little reset here. Ian cycles his zap. No significant damage yet. Guard's going to be huge for Mohamed Light in this matchup. I think he's not going to do the guarding. He's going to let it go down. Yep, there you go. Smart play here by Ian.
Don't call me princess.
but how does Ram Rider get past Tesla and Drill? Han saying Mo was undeniably better in his prime, but I think you think Mo's not in his prime? He just won the month. He just handily won the first CRL monthly final. After winning the warm-up too. I mean, I don't know. What are we talking about here? Do you think setting a maximum amount of tower damage by spells would be? I don't think so. I think spells are. I think people who complain about spells doing tower damage, I don't understand. I don't understand anything about it. Spells being too powerful is one thing, but spells should be a part. They're a part of the game. And Mo forced to unfortunately play that knight against the knight. He didn't want to, but Dagger was way too low here. The Lightning's really doing a lot of the work for Ian so far. 55 seconds left. He does have the lead for the moment. Where is this drill going to go? Anderson and NATO, all of that back there. Knight out early one more time. Tesla's going to have to come into the middle. He doesn't want to play Tesla, though. He wants the DPS if he can. He NATOs to avoid using the elixir. Ram Rider connects, Lightning in, and Ian opens up a huge lead. And the high P.E.K.K.A. is great from Ian. Very smart. He'll be able to shut down this drill nice and easily. Complete clear. And the Executioner. Executioner, I don't love it here. Don't love the Executioner. Game one for Ian. You see the big smile on his face. Oh boy. Oh boy, folks. This would be a big win for Ian, especially after the disappointment from his mistake earlier. Oh boy. Don't repeat, Ian. Right? Hope we don't get DQ'd again. Let's see. And someone's saying, well, sad part is we'll never see what the last card was. We can see what the last card was. Let me go see. Last card was Poison. Last card from Mohamed Light was Poison. And you understand why I didn't play. There was not a single good Poison target on Ian's side of the board. Right? Knight, P.E.K.K.A. I mean, I guess Little Prince, but Little Prince wasn't played in a way, really, that would support using Poison very much. So, Little Prince was the only Poison target. Poison didn't get out there. Baby goat, says Jeremiah. Bleep. Hey, Rich, can you please put the flags next to the player for graphics later? I'm not in charge of the graphics. And I'm not going to go get everyone's flags and load them up onto my computer. Game 2 coming soon. Folks, again, if you want to throw some love towards my second channel, Hold My Bag, my side project, my love of disc golf, please check it out. Let's see where we are on the subs for today. We're at 109,987. We are 13 subs away from 110,000. Very cool, folks. Are you ever scared of us seeing something through your glasses? We can see all your screens. No, nothing on my screens that would be a problem. Game 2 coming here in just one moment. What is Super Chat? Let's see. In Mo we trust. Mo heavy fell. It's so funny. Ian gives a free win to Riley. Yep, that happened earlier. If Mo lose, I will give you $100. Really? Fascinating. When did the stream start? A few hours ago. All right, here we go. Game 2. I don't think Mo goes minor here. I know that that's his jam. And Hog for Ian. And Bowler Valk. Pearlboard say, my Moo can beat anyone with Sparky. So Ian goes Hog here. I don't know if I'm surprised or not surprised. This time, avoiding the repeated cards. And you got to imagine Mo's happy to have the arrows here. Will Ian get that all-important breakthrough with a drained Dagger Duchess? We'll see how long it takes Mo to get Graveyard in the mix here. Inferno Tower is going to be... Oh boy, maybe not Graveyard, maybe just a beatdown. Going lightning against the barbs is rough. Ian, so you see the Inferno Tower, you're happy you have lightning, and then the barbs come out. And I think Mo, nope, he does go ahead and go Valk high. And a very important swipe. First 2 minutes away, double elixir happening. And Mo has to kind of do a little DPS work here. You see that Ice Golem Hog push. Nice Giant to control. Mo, what is his plan? The High Inferno Tower does not get bats out to protect the bowler. Lets the bowler die. And Ian so far starting to open up a big lead here with the one-game advantage. Arrows to clear off the Firecracker. And the Evo Valk does her job tremendously. Giant plus Evo Bats push. Not going to get past these Evo Barbs, though. Trying to get Guardian on the tower. Will it get a swipe? Ice Golem has to come out, but that's good for Mo. He does not want Ice Golem at the bridge with the Hog Rider. So 2 minutes left. Ian with a massive lead, about 900 HP if you look top left to bottom right. And Ian sets up Inferno Tower low here. It's a straight beatdown deck out of Ian. I mean, out of Mohamed Light, not Ian. Ian trying to add a little bit of chip as we get into the final 75. Good bats to predict on the Inferno Tower. Will it matter, though? Lightning is available. And now we are close. Hog a problem here for Mohamed Light. Guardian has to get on this Hog Rider or he's going to be in a whole lot of trouble. The Hog's going to get 1, does not get 2. 49 seconds left, and Mo sets way up in the back. A little dual lane play from Mohamed Light. And the low Inferno Tower. You saw Mo try to get on it. Guardian now will get out ahead. 2 firecrackers out on the right-hand side. Mo chooses to lightning the firecrackers rather than the Inferno Tower. I don't think he has time here, though. He cannot get past this. This is going to be an Ian win, folks. This is going to be a big-time Ian win. What a play. The barbs in the Hog deck. And even with the lightning at the end, Ian way too far ahead. Tincott saying, where's $100? A lot of people calling it out. A lot of people calling it out. Where is it? Ian very happy. What an unbelievable deck pick by Ian there. Absolute shutdown pick. You know, you see the Inferno Tower, you have lightning, you're feeling, okay, I can do this. And then barbs come out. Oh, boy. Big win for Ian. GG, well played. A lot of people saying, hey, where's that hundo? Where's that hundo? Big win for Ian. I know a lot of you very excited. Did we hit the subs? That's a good question. Did we hit? We did. 10,000, 110,000. Whoa! Jeremiah came through. What in the world? Did Jeremiah just do a double up? No way. No way. That might just be the one. But hey, here's $100. Dude, Jeremiah came through on it. Baby goat. Baby goat in the building. Unbelievable. Dude, that's so crazy. I was memeing. That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. That is crazy. He didn't pay, but I did. That's crazy. Folks, bracket. Tomorrow, we'll have Ta, Samuel Bassotto, Adriel Tourist, Lucas EGW, Lord Seb, and Riley in the winner's bracket. Dude, Jeremiah coming in hot. I'm still blown away. Like, my brain's kind of broken right now. Respect fresh. That wasn't even the guy. That's just Jeremiah. That's just the general manager of the Baby Goat coming through hot. That's crazy. That's wild. Jeremiah, that's very generous. I am almost speechless here. Let's take a look at. Oh, I guess we're not seeing the lower bracket. We already saw it. Shadman saying he's going to come in a little bit. Oh, boy. Whew. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. What time does second round start? Same time tomorrow. We are back same time tomorrow right here. So if you haven't yet, I see now we're now at over 110,000 subs here on the channel. 110,035 subscribers. That's what we're at right now. So please come back tomorrow. Set your tomorrow same thing. It's 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I forget what that is in Europe. I think it's like 1400 UTC. Come back tomorrow and on Sunday to see the other part of this. You should thank Mo for the loss. Yeah, seriously. Jeremiah, you deserve my boy. Dude, seriously, like that is wild. That's very touching. I can't express how much I appreciate that kind of support. Yeah, tomorrow, don't be late, Rich. Yeah, I'm trying today. Today I got here to my seat half an hour early, as I usually do. Got everything set up, and then 2 things happened back to back. One of them was the streams weren't going to YouTube, so I was trying to get the streams because I have both vertical and horizontal, and the vertical stream was pushing out the horizontal stream, even though they were going to different stream keys. So for some reason, that was a big problem. And then as I was trying to fix that, all my sound broke. And I couldn't hear anything. Like, none of the sound was going to the right place. So it was 2 back-to-back technical problems. But they should be solved now. They should all be good. I will get to my seat a little bit earlier tomorrow just to try to get really ahead of it. But yeah, it was pretty frustrating this morning. But happy you're able to get here and have a great day. Have a really fun day. That was crazy. Glad it worked out because now I found the best content creator. Thank you very much, folks. Come back tomorrow to see the culmination, not the culmination, but day 2 of this event. More big-time matchups. We'll see if Ian and Riley match up again, which would be crazy. We'll see a tournament. We'll see a Mo-less tournament, which is our Mo-less bracket. Heck saying, yes, this is part of CRL. Yes, there is one CRL Golden Ticket where you earn points through Community Cups. This is one of the Community Cups that will contribute towards that leaderboard. It also includes Dragon League, the LPL World Tour, and GKR League. So 4 community events that all help you earn points towards Clash Royale League World Finals. We have both vertical and horizontal. We have everything going on here. So if you haven't yet, again, subscribe, come back tomorrow, and that's it for today. I gotta go to get ready. I have, in a few hours, I have my debut commentating for professional Ultimate Frisbee with the Austin Soul. So if you like Ultimate Frisbee, you can try to check that out at watchufa.tv. It's all behind a paywall there. So if you like Ultimate Frisbee, though, go ahead and check it out. It's super fun, and I'll be posting the highlights for that one so you guys can see them, see some of my commentating from that there as well. I gotta get going, guys. This has been a blast. One last shout out to Jeremiah for being super duper cool. That's really wild. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow for day 2 of the Calalas Cup. As always, be excellent to each other and party on, dude. Peace.